Hail to the people of New Zealand, the Philippines, and Taiwan. Oh, an amazing sporting weekend all around the globe this weekend, Rog. In the US, the Masters, Danny Willett, the beneficiary of Jordan Spieth's collapse at the 12th, Rog.
Yeah, we're not accustomed to Englishmen keeping their nerve while Americans fall apart.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that,
Yeah,
David.
very, very true, Rog. Okay, in the Premier League. Amazing stuff, Rog.
Talking
We've got
about
our own
holding your
fairy
nerve.
tale. Yeah, we've got our own fairy tale going on. West Ham United and Arsenal kicked off the weekend, the early Saturday morning game for viewers in the United States. It was an instant classic, Rog.
Oh, was it ever possibly the game of the season? Arsenal cruised to a 2-0 lead so early on. Fantastic. Iwobi just chipping the ball into dangerous areas, setting up pretty well. I mean, who wants a goal? Ozil?
Yeah.
We can be a Wozil.
Yeah, Sanchez.
We can be a Wanchez.
A Sanchobi.
Yeah, we're going to do it. And it looked like Arsenal were cruising. Now that the pressure of a possible title chase is off their shoulders, they're playing that free Arsenal style once more. What could go wrong now, Davo?
Andy Carroll is what could go wrong, Rog. His first start in the Premier League since January the 12th. 44th minute, he knocks in his first goal. Amazing stuff. Amazing, powerful, signature Andy Carroll header. No Arsenal defenders anywhere near him as he ran onto the ball, Rog.
Andy Carroll still hungry.
Yeah, without a doubt.
160 seconds later.
Yeah, a second goal. This time with his leg, Rog. He doesn't use his legs very often.
Arsenal defenders who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
As he brought the ball down on his chest, whiffed on a shot, reclaimed the ball again, and then took to the air to spank it home like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
There was barely a single challenge in all of that rigmarole on him from an Arsenal defender. He lashed it home at half-time, shockingly. 2-2 into the locker rooms. Arsene Wenger must have been, what is going on, as his team went from rhapsodic joy and ebullience to absolutely distraught. It's like a ship, beautiful ship, burnished, polished, running faster than all the others, and then just driving itself willfully onto the rocks.
Yeah, they still hadn't got the memo, Rog, that Andy Carroll might be a man worth marking at the far post. 52nd minute. Mikel Antonio breaks down the right, puts the ball into the box to the back post. Andy Carroll rises above Bellerin.
Like a leaping salmon jumping out of the river.
Nods it in.
And salmoning its way home. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Goal of a shagger is what that was. 3-2 to West Ham. West Ham fans dreaming of top four football when they move into their new free stadium in London next season. But that was not to be. This was a day in which all dreams were raised up and then cruelly crushed.
And then crushed, Lauren Koscielny, Rog, 70th minute, the beneficiary of a pretty slick move on the outside of the West Ham area. 70th minute, he equalises. The game ends 3-3.
West Ham's dreams of a top four place possibly shattered. They need to concentrate now on the looming FA Cup semi-final. But for Arsenal, looks like top four trophy or bust for them now, and another season, another question mark in how did we fritter this away. I have to say the first 52 minutes of football were very much like watching 19 seasons of Arsene Wenger's career arc at Arsenal compressed into just about a 45 minutes and a little bit of football, like some kind of terribly traumatic rock opera. It was brutal to watch.
Yeah, so Arsenal significantly behind the leaders Leicester City now, Roger, especially after their performance on Sunday morning. Sunderland 0, Leicester City 2, Rog. Leicester didn't find it easy, but they found their breakthrough from a familiar source.
Yes, they did. I mean, they huffed and they puffed. It was frustrating football for an extended period as Sunderland really toiled Kirkhoff at the hub of everything that repelled Leicester and kept them at bay like a giant amongst pygmies at the back there for this Sunderland side. Leicester frustrated, finding it hard to make anything stick. Jamie Vardy had not scored since early February. It seemed like they were relying on their twin towers as plan A for goal scoring. Robert Huth and Wes Morgan trundling them forward, and it looked like Leicester were punched out and a little bit toothless. But then a moment, there was like a throwback from earlier in the season when they scored for fun. An exquisite ball over the top found Jamie Vardy. Drinkwater,
Rod, 66th minute.
And he charged forward
into space.
Beat all comers. A huge, huge relief for the travelling Leicester faithful. Sunderland never really got anything going unless you call slapping the ball into his own face.
Yeah,
by
Fabio
Barini.
Barini. That was an achievement, Rog, from 13 yards out. Hit the ball right into his own face.
I don't think he would have meant it, because if he would have meant it, he would have missed.
Yeah.
That is for sure. Jack Rodwell also somehow telescoped a ball over when it was actually harder to miss. And then in the dying embers of the game,
90th
Jamie
plus
Varda
5.
again.
Yeah.
Fantastic goal, racing on to a beautiful ball. Van Arnholt tried to muscle him off, somehow found himself on the floor. The goalkeeper, Manoni, rushed out to try and prevent him. He whiffed on air as Vardy ran past, scored a magical goal, which put Leicester 10 points ahead at final whistle. Putting huge pressure on Tottenham Hotspur against United.
Yeah, huge pressure for Tottenham, Rog. And a pretty well-contested game of football. Man United showed up late, but then put in something of a performance. One player in particular, Rog.
Tim?
Fosu Mensah, Rog, had an enormous game. And it was only when he got injured, Rog, in the 68th minute, replaced by Darmian, that the game really changed.
By comic tragedies, Darmian, who very quickly was at the centre of 3 goals. Unfortunately for him, they were all scored by Tottenham in quick, rapid-fire succession. Fantastic stuff. Dele Alli, another quiet game, but he got the goal. He got things moving.
Cross from Ericsson.
Yeah, fantastic finish to De Gea's legs. Then Peaky Blinders, Alderweireld rose up to nod one home before Eric Lamela managed to finish off the scoring. One of the emo world's most athletic goth athletes. Fantastic for him, and a truly impressive performance for Spurs, who probably were bewildered by the fact that Leicester had again won, and you feel they're running out of games to grab this title. Unbelievably for Spurs, they're ahead of Arsenal, they're ahead of City, United, Chelsea, but somehow, even though they've scored the most goals in the league, conceded the fewest, it looks like they're not going to win this title, David. New levels of Spursiness.
Yeah, with those results for Man United and for West Ham, Manchester City solidified their hold on 4th with a 2-1 victory over West Bromwich Albion. Rog.
Yeah, comprehensive performance, and we are now at the favourite part for many of you of this broadcast. It's called Davo Reads the Results.
Swansea City 1, Chelsea 0. Aston Villa 1, Bournemouth 2. Liverpool 4, Stoke City 1. Southampton 3, Newcastle 1. Watford 1, Everton 1.
Saving ourselves for the FA Cup semi-final.
And finally, Crystal Palace 1, Norwich City 0.
Well
They're
done,
still in a
Crystal
relegation
Palace.
scrap.
Yeah, but Palace, embers of you earlier in the season. You're back, lads.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
After some big games, West Ham possibly going to beat Leicester City.
Yeah.
Chelsea possibly going to lose to Manchester City.
Doesn't matter.
Lots of other games. Insert them here.